Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Timon of Athens, and shocker of shockers, we get to hear from Timon today in Act 4, Scene 3. So Timon is currently living in the woods because nobody would help him, and he is basically turned into Epamantis. He's really grumpy and rude to everybody, and he was digging for roots and found some gold, and then Alcibiades and a couple of his mistresses and his whole army showed up, and Timon started giving them gold, hoping that the women were prostitutes so that they would go and give venereal diseases to all the people of Athens. And then he finds out that Alcibiades is going to wage war against Athens, and he's like, good, I hope you win, and then I hope you kill yourself at the end of it, because humans are terrible and they're the worst. And Alcibiades finally left after they managed to get pretty much all of the gold that Timon had found. They left to go fight the war, and Alcibiades was like, I hope to see you again. And Timon's like, I don't. And once they're gone, Timon is left to himself on the stage again. And he says that nature, being sick of man's unkindness, should yet be hungry. Common mother, thou whose womb unmeasurable and infinite breast teems and feeds all, whose self-same metal whereof thy proud child, arrogant man, is puffed, engenders the black toad and adder blue, the gilded newt, and the eyeless venomed worm, with all the abhorred births below crisp heaven, whereon Hyperion's quickening fire doth shine, yield him who all the human sons do hate, from forth thy plenteous bosom one poor root. Ensear thy fertile and conceptuous womb, let it no more bring out ingrateful man. Go great with tigers, dragons, wolves, and bears, teem with new monsters, whom thy upward face hath to the marbled mansion all above never presented. Oh, a root! Oh, dear, thanks. Dry up thy marrows, vines, and plough-torn leaves, whereof ingrateful man with liquorous draughts and morsels unctuous greases his pure mind, that from it all consideration slips. More man? Plague! Plague! So he's being very flowery here about the fact that he's hungry and he hates people. That's what this whole thing boils down to. He starts out, he's like, that I'm so sick of all of this, but I still have to eat, because I happen to be a person too. And then he's like conjuring Mother Nature to help him find a root that he can eat while he's digging. He's like, this is kind of ridiculous that you take care. He's like, there's snakes, and there's newts, and there's toads, and there's humans, and you provide for all of them. So can you please just give me one root to eat? And then, stop creating humans. Go ahead and create bears and dragons and wolves and that sort of thing. Create monsters that have never been seen before, but get rid of anything that is helpful to humans. Like dry up their lands wherein they grow things and all that sort of stuff. And he's on this train of thought, and he does have a moment of like, oh yay, here's a root and I can eat it in the middle of it. But he's on this train of thought of, Mother Nature and the earth should make it impossible for man to continue to live. And by man, he means humanity. He's not being gender specific in that. But he gets interrupted in this train of thought because Epamantis enters. And his reaction to seeing Epamantis is like, you're a plague, go away. And Epamantis is like, somebody told me to come out here because somebody is doing a really good imitation of me. And Timon is like, you should get out of here. You're worthless. You're like, why are you out here to bother me? And we get to hear from Epamantis tomorrow as we get into a battle of the curmudgeons. Who knew? Who knew that there was a battle of the curmudgeons in Timon of Athens? Well, now you do. And come on back tomorrow for more, and we'll see how it goes. I'll see you then. Mwah.